boy. Hello everybody, my name is Aaron, but you may know me as Hitalia Text Messages on Tumblr, and I'm back for the, I'm gonna say 12th installment of Monday. Did I say that right? 12th? 12th? I can't talk! Shut up! Anyways, Damien is back, and we are going to get into the questions. Here we go. Bring my Prussia back. Never! Okay, so this is referencing a post I made where I made Prussia dissolve into Germany, and, yeah, I'm not sorry. Would you dye Damien in rainbow? No, I would not. It's tempting, but I wouldn't do that to him, and he's carrying around a puffball right now, so, alright. I mean, I'd have to, bleach him first, and I don't know how that would go, so, no. How was your vacation? Ooh, boy. Alright, so here's what happened. So here's what happened. Alright, so I have my grandparents who live in Georgia. So what happened was, went down there, very long trip, didn't stop at a hotel once. I wasn't driving though. And it's kind of hard being stuck in a car for over 12 hours with an annoyance. That's my sibling, by the way. Anyways, we get to Georgia, we stay there for a day, and then we head to Panama City Beach, Florida. So we go there, and there's double red flags up, which means stay out of the water. And apparently there have been some drownings, and the water looked pretty stirred up. But people weren't listening. They were still going in there, running along the line, and there were helicopters and planes flying over, like, get out of there! And people weren't listening. It was crazy. So that was kind of sad. I was like, oh, I kind of want to go to the beach. Hotel room, it looked pretty old, but then they had this TV right there, and it had a VCR. Like, I haven't... Who has a VCR? I should have brought my, should have brought the movie I bought recently on VCR. But, yeah, I don't usually see VCR players around anymore. I used to use them all the time when I was a kid, which confused a lot of my classmates, you know? I remember them being like, what's a VCR? I'm like, I grew up on this. Sorry. Anyways, hotel room was fine, and there was a bunk bed, and my sibling didn't want either of them, so I just took turns on them. It was really high up, but I found a step ladder, so I wouldn't hurt myself when I jumped down. I'm probably too old for bunk beds, but, Anyways, first day we were there, we went to Sharky's, which is a beachfront restaurant with a tiki bar, and they usually have karaoke, and they had it on Monday that time, so it's like, oh, hey, cool. Now, I'd already been planning for days to rickroll that entire restaurant, and I posted about it, I told you guys, so I did that, you know, and I sat down, and Mom was like, you got me. I was like, yeah, I got you. My sibling was just like, I don't know that person. I went on to do Drive My Car, and that's a Beatles song, and Maybe I'm Amazed by Paul McCartney, which, my parents called my best performance. I don't know, but, there's some good people there. There were some people there who weren't taking it seriously, as usual, you know, like, a lot of times friends will go up there and do something and just laugh the whole time. These two girls, they did not know any of Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and they kept laughing. My mom was like, this is horrible. Damien. Ugh. Anyways, next day, I met my dad's friend and his son at a restaurant called Shuck'em's, and I didn't know this, but they actually had karaoke 7 days a week. So I was like, alright, step aside, I'll do this again, I guess. But it was in a bar, so I went in there, and I'm talking to the guy, and I decided to do Help by the Beatles. And then, you know, I'm done, I leave, and there were a few people there. And then I went back, and as soon as I get to the guy, he goes, oh, hey, Aaron. So I'm like, oh, cool, he remembers who I am. He was a really nice guy, and he helped find the right keys to songs in case they were off, which is something Sharky's doesn't do. They will often use the wrong key and not ask you about it. And I probably should have asked, but, you know, introverted extrovert, as I was called. So I went up there again, and I did Oh Darling by the Beatles, and there was a little more people there this time, and they were, you know, they liked it. The key was a little off, but I didn't tell him because, you know, I had already started. So I did that. Then wondering, alright, should do one more. So I decided to do Don't Stop Believing, you know, be cliche as hell. And I go in there and I'm waiting, and they start playing the Cha-Cha Slide and the Cupid Shuffle, so obviously I danced to that because you can't not do that. So I did Don't Stop Believing. There was a lot of people there, and they enjoyed it, so I guess it was okay. I don't know. I don't have a lot of confidence in me, so Anyways, the next day we woke up, I look out, and I see the beach is open. Well, it has the yellow flag. I'm like, bye! So I went, and that was the first time I ever wore swim trunks, but I had to wear a shirt over it and a stupid bikini top, because I still have these. It was pretty bad because I forgot my binder on the trip, and I had to go buy a bunch of camisoles and sports bras, which I am not used to wearing at all. But, I got there, and I got a bunch of shells, and I found a lot of sand dollars, let me tell you. And this kid was like, look, I found a sand dollar. And I hold out my hand, it's just full of sand dollars, and he goes, oh. And I'm like, and I just put them back, because they're living creatures, They're like brown, and they have bits of pink on them, before, when you see them in the store, they're dead, and they're bleached and white and stuff, but that's not how they're on the ocean. I started going to a few Sensation stores because I wanted to find another turtle for... Don't knock your food over. I was looking for another turtle for the turtle I already have, and that was where I bought one last year. And it was like none of them had them, but I saw they had hermit crabs, and I was like, oh, Jesus. Because for years I've been documenting the treatment of hermit crabs as souvenir items, which they are not souvenir items. You shouldn't treat them as such, they're living creatures. And I made a post about it, and I documented that, and I went to 2 Alvin's Islands because they are known for being very bad with the the hermit crabs, like not checking on them, leaving dead crabs in the cage, and it's just really, it's disturbing to look at. And they didn't have any, and they had run out, and I was like, yeah, keep it that way, and left. She was probably so confused, I feel bad. But I went to Sensations, and they still didn't have turtles. So I went to a place called Moby Dick, and they did have turtles and crabs. I was like, ooh. So I was there, I got a henna tattoo. Yeah, I know it's off center, it pissed me off, but it's pretty good. It's still on there. It lasts a little longer than most temporary tattoos. So I got the turtle there. And then I went to get a crab. I got one without a painted shell. And I pointed out to the lady, and she takes it out, she starts shaking it. She was shaking the fucking crab. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop that. She goes, I'm trying to see if it's alive. I said, put it down. So she did, and, I paid for it. I'm just like, the whole time, because I'm so angry that she did that. I mean, she could have hurt him, But anyways, then... we went back to my grandparents' house. We were like, yay, it's cool and stuff. And we just hung out there for a few days. I played with their cats. I used their computer. I actually fixed their computer because the sound hadn't been working for literally about a year. They're like, what did you do? What, are you a witch or something? I was like, dude, I just crawled down there and plugged this in. So they started asking me for help on every single problem wrong with their computer. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, but you're tech savvy. I showed my mom BoJack Horseman. We were down there. Really good show. I highly recommend it. And I watched Camp, which I tried to watch before, but I stopped for some reason. And holy shit, Max. And then my uncle Ken came over in the middle of the night. I was like, oh, hey dude, we talked a little bit. And then the next time, my uncle Michael came with his newish wife, my step aunt, and my step cousins. One's my age, the other one's my sibling's age, pretty much. We talked. Apparently he likes South Park too. I didn't know that. And yeah, and we were talking, and then suddenly my sibling goes, hey, and points at me and goes, She has a Tinder, and I'm like, oh, god damn it, why would you do that? I got back late last night, and everything's fine. Kneel down before you. Would you carry me? please. Now, I'm a little stronger than I look. I mean, I have these fucking noodle arms, but I'm not sure I can carry you. There's nothing there, man. I could try. No guarantee you won't die. Or we'll both die. July is a month of celebration for many countries. Yes, it is. Today for Canada and Hong Kong, and then in a few days, 4th of July for my stupid country. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, if you thought we had our flag around a lot, just wait until the 4th of July. You'll see the flag literally everywhere. Oh, man. Last thing. It says, have you ever eaten 5 consecutive blocks of cheese? No, I don't think so. I mean, I like cheese, but I've never, like, sat down and, like, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do this. I've never done that before, okay? I like cheese, not that much, though. Alright, guys, thank you for your questions. I know this was kinda short, but that's okay. I don't mind at all. I do mind the one person who used my opened ass box to call me a tranny. I do mind that, so please don't do that. But other than that, that was fine. It was cool. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I will see you next week, and here's Damien, the big growing kitty. He says bye too. Say bye. Cool. God. Alright. Hasta la pasta, goodbye.